All right, guys. I see. I gave a few minutes notice on this one. Anyway, so I see we already got Krusty and Lix are already here. Lix says I thought the joke streams were extinct. You know what, Lix? Yeah, they were. But I got thinking about it. The way the way YouTube treats us anyway, especially with these streams, I'm not. Whatever. Do whatever they want to the videos. We're gonna have our joke streams. This isn't monetized, so I'm not hurting any advertisers' fees with anything. So basically, fuck them. I'm just tired of dealing with the stupidity, and I miss doing these. Plus, I'm going to just so you guys know, I'm going to steal some of your jokes too. I'm thinking of doing a series for the channel where I just bring my camera with me, and target will mostly be my wife, and tell either really bad puns or offensive jokes to people just to see their reactions. So I plan on I'll be stealing a lot of these jokes just so you guys are aware. I'm a thief, but at least I'm upfront about it. All right, where's the racist jokes? Lick says. We will be doing a clip stream, Spazdev, like I said, either late this week or early in the weekend, latest the start of next week. We just did one a couple days ago. Dragon Seer says, this is not a joke, but did you hear from John Kennedy how much the federal government wastes money? Some of it on this. Oh, the federal government, the way they spend the money, and that doesn't matter which side of the aisle is in control of the presidency or the House. It's terrible. It's abysmal as far as I'm concerned. Wolverine says, here's a joke, anti-vaxxer writes. Johnny boy, ouchie, my poor little feelings. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna placate YouTube anymore. They can do what they feel like they gotta do. Hey, how come I didn't hear? No, what's going on? I see the Wolverine super chat thing came up, but I didn't hear the who probably our punishment. Federal government is the ultimate joke, Andrew says. Yeah, boy, Rascal says, I got a joke. Call me a scientist, because the only girls I can pull are twins. Michael says, real story, Idaho had an earthquake the moment I stepped out of bed. Now I'm worried about my weight, but donuts are good. Yeah, I oh, there, now we got the sound effects. I could be concerned that I could cause, at my size, a potential global catastrophe. Sure. I'm doing good, Gangster Dial. Nicholas says, hey, Curtis, what did JFK say after the ride in the parade? That it was a headache. Stormstar says, a joke. What about YouTube censorship? Let them censor away. Smoking Reaper says, hey, Curtis, why did the sperm cross the road? Wore the wrong socks this morning. You guys are out there so far. Yeah, blew his mind. Yeah, I've heard that part too, Mark, about the parade. Yeah, I've heard that one. Oh, Sphere says, did you hear about the vegan devil worshiper? He sold his soul to Satan. Kusanagi says, if women ruled the world, there would be no wars. Just a bunch of countries not talking to each other. Yeah, yeah. Kusanagi, that's not bad. That'd be the globe or the world map. Every nation like this, based back to the other nations as much as possible. Excuse me. Oh, Philip, that one's rough. You hear about the Puerto Rican kid that went to college? Yeah, neither did I. Oh. And Sphere says, hail Satan. Well, I'll tell you guys, I was already collecting a bunch of the jokes, as I said, to use in those videos. And Firewall Dragon, of course, posts jokes to our streams constantly. So I've got about 25 of his cataloged already. Here, Burnt says, here's a little joke. Ah, shit. Never mind. I got nothing. Oh, that's a good one, Mark. How did Rihanna find out Chris Brown was cheating on her? She found another woman's lipstick on his knuckles. Wow. I wonder if I can, hold on. Does this allow me to copy on here? Oh, yeah, hold on. I'm going to keep this is cool. I'm going to keep a running file of some of the really good ones that I might want to use for those videos. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Perfect. All right, now we'll keep that file folder open. That was a good one, Mark. I like that one. BTG says, got a notification. Bye now. Lud says, I give this 10 minutes before it turns into a political stream. Also, help. That was a good one, Mark. I like that one. Hey, why does Spaz could cross road to get away from the rapey lemon? I miss old Simmy. You never know anymore with the SimSimi chatbot. For those of you who haven't been with us for a real long time, we used to have some great go-rounds with him. But now, half the time, he's nerfed. You know, you'll go in there sometimes and he's his typical batshit, crazy, psychotic, insulting self. And then you'll go another time and he's just like, hey, how's it going? Oh, please don't say bad words. They hurt me type thing. Sphere says, what is common between Light from Death Note and a lift? They are both elevators. Oh, Morgan's not here today. She would like that one, Spheres. She's our resident fanatic for Death Note. Unfortunately true. BTG says, bad joke. The Terminator franchise passed Sarah Connor Chronicles. The Simi videos were fun. They really were, Spaz Dev. And again, sometimes you can still catch him on a good day. I don't know why they go back and forth with, it's just on the app now with what they allow from him, but other times it's just boring. Mark says, why was the Leper hockey game canceled? There was a face-off in the corner. Oh. Yeah, that one I've heard, Social Mute. I went to the library to borrow a book on how to commit suicide. The librarian told me, fuck off, you won't bring it back. That's pretty good. Warlord Class Titans got a good one. Why don't Chinese kids believe in Santa? They make all the toys themselves. That's pretty good. I'm going to keep that one. A pistol. All right, there's another. Wolverine says, I have the best joke. Brack's going on a diet. He was just here this weekend. He's lost a lot of his freshman 15 there. He started slimming down again. Sphere says, why did Saitama get fired from his job when working in the railways as a conductor? Because he had to punch a ticket. Corey says, what does the receptionist at a sperm bank say as clients leave? Thanks for coming. and come again. What do you call Burnt says, what do you call a decapitated cat? Meowry Antoinette. My freshman 15 was the amount of weight I lost. Really, Philip? Yeah, Brax put it on when he went to school. Like I say, now I see where he slimmed down when he came home this last time. Well, he's been slimming down. Dragon, I was telling the gang I've captured a bunch of yours already to use in those videos. What do you call a movie about kids with cancer finding chemo? Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna be using offensive jokes. I think that would qualify. Oh, weird. It pastes differently in Word if it's from a super chat than if it's from a regular chat. Everybody's got their parameters. Johnny Boy says, my last job was at a bakery. They fired me. I don't know why, but I really needed the dough. And the thumbnail's pixelated again, Big Green. What I did just to see if it made a difference, I went out and didn't start the stream right away. I set everything up and gave it a few minutes to see, and it's still pixelated, huh? I want to look at that myself, guys. What is this new hell now, Susan? I just want to take a look at it. Hold on. Oh, see, it's not pixelated for me what I'm looking at here. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is if I blow it up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to replace it again. I want to see something. I'm going to change it. All right. I'll click save. All right, let's see if that changes it. Just because I'm curious. I just put it it's the same thumbnail, but I reposted it to the stream. Mark says, "What's yellow and can't swim? A bus full of children." Yow. Oh, oh, this is so bad. Kusanagi says, "Mama joke. Your mama's so fat when she steps on the scales, she sees her own phone number." That's pretty good. Susan's the biggest joke of all. Well, yeah, I'll support you on that one, Lex, all the way. How do you know if Alucard's sick? Krusty Bomb says he's gonna be coughing. Here's a bad joke. Did you hear about the kidnapping at a school? He was out cold on his desk, but don't worry, he woke up when he heard the bell. Social Muse. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. What do you do when you finish your magazine at school? Reload and keep shooting. I've heard that one. Oh, Tyler, I got to keep this one. Tyler says, "What don't I have in common with cancer? My dad didn't beat cancer." Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have to keep that one. That's 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 for sure. No other choice. Oh. It isn't pixelated anymore. So that's so weird, Wolverine. When I put the thumbnail up for the stream prior to the stream starting, they pixelate the shit out of it. If I put the thumbnail up during the stream, then oh, Jesus Christ, Susan. And I should actually one of these times I should try and do it during a stream, get a hold of YouTube and see if I can, get somebody on the chat thing there and ask them about it, because I'll guarantee you they deny it. Oh, that didn't happen. They're not pixelated. What are you talking about? Guarantee you. That's what they do always. Misa Jovanovic says, one day this guy went to prison for stealing something and his cellmate says, "What are you in for?" And the guy said, "A girl's virginity." I've heard that one before, Kusanagi. "I haven't talked to my wife for 3 weeks. I didn't want to interrupt her." I like that one, Kardiko. Even people who are good for nothing have the capacity to bring a smile to your face. For instance, when you push them down the stairs. Lix has a joke similar to that, just worded differently. "I used to have cancer as a kid. Then it went away. In other words, it's just like my dad." Oh. Philip says, "I recently took a job at a bakery. It's hard work, loafing." Oh, Trax says, "Masturbating is like playing with my dad. He beats me till I vomit blood." Jesus Christ. That's a little dark. Dragon. Why can't pedos win races? They're always coming in a little behind. Oh. I'm going to have to color code these for just how brutal they are. Whatever the color is for the most brutal, that's what that one's getting. So this is messed up. A depressed girl was listening to music on her phone. Her phone battery died. I asked her, does she ever get jealous when her phone dies? Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Misa says, 2 men broke into a drugstore and stole all the Viagra. The police put out an alert to be on the lookout for the 2 hardened criminals. That's a quality. That one fits as both a joke and a pun, which not all do. So I like that. All right, kept that one. That one I've heard, Black Master. Why can't orphans play baseball? They don't know where home is. That's a terrible. I've heard that one, Spheres. I like that one too. I'm sorry and I apologize mean the same thing, except at a funeral. That's pretty good, Kusanagi. You do not need a parachute to skydive. You do need one to skydive twice. Warlord class says, I was reading a great book about an immortal dog the other day. It was impossible to put down. I'm going to keep that one because that will be perfect for when I'm going to tell these jokes. I'm going to try and tell them to people where I know it will be offensive, and I've got a lot of friends who are big animal lovers. Might do it tonight. We got friends of ours coming over tonight. Maybe I'll see if they feel like experimenting with some of these jokes. What's an orphan's favorite movie? Mark says Home Alone. That one I've heard. Waterground says, why do gnomes laugh when they play soccer? Because the grass tickles their balls. That's good. I like that, Misa. They say that during sex you burn off as many calories as running 8 miles. Who the hell runs 8 miles in 30 seconds? That's very good. I'm going to keep that one. I just think that might... actually, there's more people in here now. Let me ask you guys real quick, and I'll get right back to reading the jokes. How many of you like that idea? What I'm thinking of doing is taking a lot of these jokes, the offensive ones, and I'm going to just make quick videos of me approaching people, typically my wife, because she hates that type of humor. Anyway, approaching people and just telling them an offensive joke or a horrible pun on camera just to get reactions. I just think that, I don't know, to me that seems like it'd be fun. Dragon says, what's the difference between a pack of Oreos and an emu? The barcode on the emo gets longer every day. Jesus. You had some good... I've got a bunch of your emo ones already cataloged, Dragon. You had a bunch of those. Very much a good idea. Perfect. I think it'll be fun. Yes, that sounds awesome. Good. I'm glad you guys are in for it. I think it'll be a blast. I've got to find... Dragon hit me with one... I might not remember the telling of it perfectly, but I gotta wait. I've got some Asian friends, but I don't see them very often. And one I can think of in specific, I'd like to use that one on. It's when your electronics die, why do you put them in rice? To lure out an Asian to come and fix it, that type of thing. And I was thinking through my friends list, and yeah, I've got one that I think that would go well with. I don't know when I'll see him again though. Track says, what's the similarity between a broken car brake and my mom fucking my dad? Both caused an accident. Oh, Diavolo. This one's good too. My friend told me he had a sister. I asked if she was hot. He said she was 8. That wasn't my question. Jesus. I've heard that one, Stormstar. How can you tell if your wife died? The sex is the same, but the dishes start piling up. Social Mute says, yes, I've heard this. I like this one too. Jim was playing on his phone. My grandfather told him, "You use way too much technology." Jim then said, "No, you use too much technology." And then Jim disconnected his grandfather's life support. Yeah, I've heard that one. Ah, HD. What do you call an incestuous nephew? An anteater. Ba-dum. Yeah, and Corey retold that joke. This is the format in which I had originally heard it. My grandpa said, "Your generation relies too much on technology." I replied, "No, your generation relies too much on technology." Then I unplugged his life support. That's how I had heard it phrased. Yeah, I like that. Sphere says, a daughter asked her mother, "Mom, how do you spell scrotum?" Her mom replied, "Honey, you should have asked me last night. It was on the tip of my tongue." I like that mom, though. Excuse me. Oh, Kodaico. I wasn't close to my father when he died, which is lucky because he stepped on a landmine. Isaac says, I was surprised when my father had told me that we had a black person in our family tree. It turns out that he was hanging from it. Fuck. Oh, that one's brutal. Oh, Isaac, I got to keep that one. I don't know if I'll have the balls to tell it to anybody, but I'm going to keep it. Wow. Ah, Corey. What the fuck? What's 9 inches long, pink, and makes my girlfriend scream when I put it in her mouth? Her miscarriage. Jesus Christ. Oh, yikes. Dragon. The best sounds to hear. Shoes on gravel. Crackling a fire. The snapping next to those who think they can disrespect you. Kittens purring. Dragon, that one is pure. I don't know if I can classify it as a joke because I'm so on board with that. 100% correct. Nicholas says, what do a concentration camp and a prison have in common? The showers are both bad. Lick says, fun fact, Stephen Hawking never actually died. His batteries just ran out and no one could tell the difference. Yow. Tyler says, my dad died because he couldn't remember his blood type. He kept insisting us to be positive, but it's hard without him. Oh, be positive. Collector says, I had a Chinese friend who I talked to on Discord like once a week. I heard him say he hates the Chinese government. That was 2 years ago. Never heard from him again. Yeah, that story, that story, Collector, that one could be absolutely based in 100% truth. Gangster Dial says, 2 asylum escapees decide to go out and one guy jumps across the roof. No problem, but the other guy falls due to his buddy turning off the flashlight while walked halfway across the beam. That one got too long for me. Jake from SF says, what's the difference between Paul Walker and a computer? I give a shit when my computer crashes. Oh, if I tell that one though, Jake, just the area I'm from, we have I've told you guys before, we have a little racetrack right here in town, so we've got a bunch of people who are big into NASCAR and car racing. I would change it from Paul Walker to Dale Earnhardt. So I'm just because you want to piss off more people. What the hell, Gregory? Gregory Davis has got one. I started crying when Dad was cutting onions. Onions was such a good dog. That's a keeper, Gregory. I'm keeping that. Oh. Oh God, that was a good one. Here's Philip. He says a grandfather walked into his grandson's bedroom and said, "You're wasting your youth sitting here. When I was your age, my friends and I went to Paris. I had sex with waitresses. We pissed on the bartender and didn't pay." What's it? I had sex with the waitress. We pissed on the bartender and didn't pay. That actually sounds like a good time. Dragons. And did the French give up right after that? They surrender. Dragon says, "My friend gave me an EpiPen when he died. I don't know why, but he really wanted me to have it." That's fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's all. But I was laughing during part of that. For those who didn't hear it all, Dragons. It was my friend gave me an EpiPen when he died. I don't know why, but he really wanted me to have it. uh, Waterground says, "Why did Stephen Hawking stop playing hide and seek with his friends? Because they started using metal detectors." That one I've heard, Drunk. How many times does 43 go into 8? Get in the van and find out. Zephyr says 86 people in this chat have Google open in a new tab. I don't mind. They're if that's the case, they're selecting good ones. And Dragon has them all the time. Firewall Dragon posts them in our chat all the time. As a matter of fact, he's kind of what inspired me to think of doing this whole thing. I've heard that one, Mark. What's green and smells like pork? Kermit's finger. Yeah, my boy Kermit. Ron Games. Where exactly are you taking me, doctor? To the morgue. What? But I'm not dead yet. And we're not there yet. Yeah. That's only a little bit ominous. Kodeko says, "What do you do when you finish a magazine at a hospital? Reload and keep shooting." Yeah, it's that one I've heard. I heard it as in a school. Johnny Bravocado. What's so great about an Ethiopian blowjob? You know she's gonna swallow. He's not wrong. Need the protein. Hey, Philip. Hey, thanks for the Crimson Sky. I almost couldn't remember what that was called. The original Sky. Thank you for the Crimson Sky, Philip. He says the grandson says this is a continuation of his joke. The grandson says that sounds awesome. About a month later, the grandfather sees him again. He's all beat up. What happened? I tried doing what you did and they beat me up. Who did you go with? Just some friends? Who did you go with? The German army. I like Phil, for those who don't know, Philip is a marvelous historian. I mean, seriously, has insane historical knowledge chops. And I like working the history into the jokes. Oh, Thomas, I got to keep that one in case I encounter a French person. Do you know the French flag? Did you know the French flag has Velcro on it so they can pull off the red and blue during times of war? Jesus Christ, that's a good one. I like that one a lot, Thomas. Oh, you guys are funny. Too bad I don't know any French people. Gregory Davis says, the guy who stole my diary just died. My thoughts are with his family. Okay, that's pretty funny. I've heard that one. I like that one, Beastie. Even though I've heard that, I don't have it written down. I'm gonna grab it right from your post. How many cops does it take to change a light bulb? They don't. They arrest the bulb for being broke and beat the room for being black. I'd forgotten about that one. I've heard that one before, but I hadn't thought of it in ages. Oh man, you guys are fun. Where was I here? Dre Engel says, what does one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts. Nicholas, what do Japan and Chernobyl have in common? They both went out with a boom. Oh, yikes. 21 Pence says, when Jesus Christ was crucified, the Romans said, we nailed it. Crystal Pepsi, what's the difference between a unicorn and a female genius? Not very much, because neither exists. Oh, mm-hmm. So there's some top line misogyny right there. Willie says, I was having sex with my German girlfriend. It was weird when she kept screaming her age at me. 9, 9, 9. Ron Games says, my girlfriend wanted a marriage just like a fairy tale. Fair enough. I gave her a loaf of bread and left her in the forest. That's a good one, Ron. I got to keep that one. Ooh, all right, these are good. Leslie says, I was digging in our garden when I found a chest full of gold coins. I was about to run straight home to tell my wife about it, but then I remembered why I was digging in our garden. What the fuck? Well played. That's well played. A lot of these offensive jokes I said, I'll be springing them on my wife, so anyone that's that quality and it's a regard about a wife, yeah, gotta keep that. Excuse me. Godcrest says, what's the difference between anal and oral sex? Oral sex makes your day. Anal makes your whole week. A little bit of wordplay. Chrome says, why do black men make such good sprinters? Oh, I've heard this one. Because they have a lot of experience from running from their kids in job applications. Yeah. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, Reaper. Smoking Reaper says, so I suggested to my wife that she wear her hair back, which is apparently an insensitive thing to say to a cancer patient. Jeez. Ouch. Okay, I've got a ton of gay friends. I have to keep that one. Willie says, I told my gay friend I can turn fruits into vegetables. He didn't believe me, so I pushed him off the roof. Yeah, gotta keep that one. Mark Fuston says, I painted my laptop black to improve it. Now it refuses to work. Jeez, you guys are brutal. Oh, Nicholas, what do you call a little Arabic kid? C4. Jake says, what does SpongeBob and pedos have in common? Are you ready, kids? Oh, Tracy the Tasmanian Tiger. How do you think the unthinkable? With an iceberg. Philip, how do you get a Jew to betray his best friend? Give him 30 pieces of silver. Yeah, a little religious humor for you. Yeah. That's a good one, Philip. I like that one. Ah, jeez, dragon. Ah, how does a southern mother know when her daughter is going through puberty? She can taste the blood on her son. Ah. Oh, Chrome's in here. Chrome, listen to this one. Strahinja? say that even close. It says, what do you call a Scottish person who owns 12 sheep? A pimp. Come on, I gotta keep that one. And poor Chrome's like, what the hell? Why when it relates to my nationality, do I have to point me out? That one I've heard. Drangle. What do you call an expert fisherman? A master baiter. Ron Games. I visited my friend in his flat. He told me to make myself at home, so I threw him out. I fucking hate visitors. No, I didn't just realize you were there. You got to remember the memory you're dealing with, Chrome. When I wanted to say something to you, immediately it's like, okay, now I saw Chrome. Did I see her today or was that yesterday? Yeah, that's how the memory works. Oh, that's not Scottish. That's Welsh. Chrome says. Gangster dial. Hulk dies on the set, and the director says, "Now who will smash these hoes?" Oh, Jake. What is a man's favorite thing? It starts with M and ends with arage. Miscarriage. Jesus. Oh, Isaac. I had asked a Jewish girl for her number, but when she refused, I asked to see her forearm. What the hell? Philip, there's another one with some historical context for us, or historical reference. Oh, oh man. Doggone it. Pull up here. Smoking Reaper says, what does Sarah Palin and Iron Man have in common? They both have a little Downey Jr. in them. Oh, oh, oh. For those who don't know, of course, Sarah Palin has a Down syndrome child. I've heard that one, Chrome. What part of a vegetable can't you eat? The wheelchair. Unplug this life support. We had that one, Godcrest. That's a good one. That's a classic. HD says, how do you get a nun pregnant? Dress her up as an altar boy. Yeah. Tyler, what has green fern will kill you if it falls from a tree? A pool table. Arson says, how are women like swimming pools? They cost a great deal of money to maintain, considering the time you spend inside. Ain't that the goddamn truth? Oh, Leslie, keep that one too. Leslie says, my girlfriend's dog died, so I tried to cheer her up by getting her an identical one. It just made her more upset. She screamed at me, what am I supposed to do with two dead dogs? It did say identical. I got to keep that one. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. Escanora says, wife, in front of the mirror, I feel ugly. Give me a compliment to make me feel better. Husband, your vision is absolutely perfect, my dear. Warlord Class Titan, this is a good one. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me. I've heard that done in a similar vein, Elliot. What's the difference between a Ferrari and a missing child? I don't have a Ferrari in my garage. Misa says, today I donated my watch, phone, and $500 to a poor guy. You wouldn't believe the happiness I felt as he slid the pistol back into his pocket. Oh. Tough day on the streets of Newark. Noah and Zilla's channel says, how was copper wire invented? It involved two Jews fighting over a penny. Not bad. oh, oh, Godcrest. What's the difference between George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin? Zimmerman knew how to dodge a bullet. Oh, man. Excuse me. Chrome says, a man and a kid walk into the woods. The boy turns and asks him, hey, mister, it's getting dark and I'm scared. The man replies, how do you think I feel? I have to walk back home alone. That's a good one, Chrome. I'm keeping that one. That's good. You know, what would be hilarious? I don't think the channel would ever get big enough to support this. This is just a stupid idea that came to me. If we ever got the YouTube channel big enough to support something like this, like say doing these jokes just took off or something, how funny would it be to do an entire video where I just randomly pick someone from that's a regular here in the chats, whether a mod or just one of the regulars, whatever the case may be, somebody willing to play along, and ask them to give me their address, okay? And wherever it is, do a video about flying there, going to their home, knocking on the door, coming inside, telling the most egregiously offensive joke I can think of to them, walking back out, going back to the airport, and flying home. I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard. That would be fucking hysterical. I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't currently afford to do that. That would be, and just so nobody knew, what I would do is get like the addresses from maybe 5 different people, so nobody knew if I was actually coming or not. It would just be one of them. That would be funny. I've heard that one, Dragon. Why are aspirins white? You want them to work, don't you? Yeah, I've heard that one. Oh, wouldn't it be fun, Isaac? That would be hilarious. Yeah. Chrome says, well, good night, folks. That'll be Curtis's last vid. Oh, that would be so fun. That would be just such a fun time. And make a video, obviously, as I said, the entire thing, the drive to the airport, getting on the plane, getting off the plane, getting a Uber or a Lyft, going to the house. And the thing of it is, when I'm going to do these jokes with people, for the channel, like it's my wife or whoever, I'm just going to put my phone on a gimbal and just sit down and do it right there. So that's how I would record the whole adventure, just on the gimbal, walking up to their house. Come on, that would be some funny shit. I'd have to get, like I said, 5 or 6 people willing to do it. That'll give me a list of times most likely to catch them at home. It would be really funny if I do it and one of you guys is a psycho killer, the one that I pick, and I show up and you guys kill me. That'd be pretty funny. Heard that one, Dad. What's the difference between a light bulb and a pregnant woman? You can unscrew the light bulb. Oh, Gregory. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, I'm going to blow the joke. Blow it. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Wonderful saying. Horrible way to find out that you were adopted. Jesus Christ. I got to keep that. That's good. That's good stuff, Gregory. That would be an ultimate goal. Let's hope this series starts taking off and doing a couple million views per video, because that's what I would reinvest the money right into doing that. Hey, I could get away because I can legitimately write all that expense off. I'm actually thinking about it. That's a good one, Godcrest. Did you hear about the 2-car pileup in Mexico? 200 Mexicans dead. Philip says, my grandfather was responsible for 35 downed German planes in World War II. Still, to this day, he holds the record as the worst mechanic the Luftwaffe ever had. Credit to Krusty Von. That's a good one. Another good historical-based one. That's a quality mechanic right there. Oh, Chrome. How do you define the word gay man? A man who enlarges the circle of his friends. Lix, I fucked a French girl once. I thought she was enjoying it because she started shouting, wee, wee, wee. Then she pissed on me. It was weird. Just a little weird. Oh, you guys are fun. Oh, Gregory again. My wife called today and said the dishwasher was leaking. I came home with tampons. Now that's a quality misogyny joke right there. Oh. Oh, I knew this was going to be fun again. I might be off YouTube for a while after this, but Empire Jeff says, what do you call it when only one Star Wars character gives you a round of applause? A hand solo. Gangster Dial says, Mario walks into a bar and sits with his other gaming icons and says, damn, I wish these kids would stop killing me. It's bad enough I'm an Italian. Leslie says, a kid decided to burn his house down. His dad watched, tears in his eyes. He put his arm around the mom and said, that's our son. That's arson. You guys are killing me. Gregory, another good one. Knock, knock. Who's there? 9/11. 9/11 who? You said you would never forget. Ron Gaze, I've heard that one. Sparkling water was invented by the Germans. Who else would think of adding gas? Oh. Cerberus says the play wasn't the only thing that got stuck in Abraham Lincoln's head that night. Excuse me, sorry guys. Tyler says there's two things you should know about me. I'm an astronaut and a pathological liar. Hey, that's a good one, Krusty. Philip, another good historical based one. If Germany was the fatherland and the Soviet Union was the motherland, does that make World War II domestic violence? I'm going to keep that. I don't know if I'll ever. I'm trying to think of who I could hit with that joke that's even going to get it without thinking about it for quite some time. It's got to be somebody that has a little bit of a history interest. We had that one, Leslie. I like that one. Yeah. Oh. I'm keeping this one, Misa. See, the thing of it is, the thing I'll say about offensive jokes, I don't give a shit if they're about something that's near and dear to me. Jokes are jokes. Misa says, genders are like the Twin Towers. There used to be two of them, and now it's a sensitive subject. Jesus. I'm definitely using that one. I got to use that on my SJW friends. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any SJW friends. I already have that one bookmark. Dragon told it to me the other day, Ron. I wish the grass in my backyard was emo, because then it would cut itself. Pretty much, Nicholas. That's good. Was the Civil War a sibling rivalry? That's good. Got that one already, Dio. I'm sorry and I apologize mean the same thing, except at a funeral. That's good, Triangle. How does a woman scare a gynecologist? By becoming a ventriloquist. I'm gonna say this wrong, pal. A piece? A piece? Hey, Specialist Comic, can you show your full design tee you wear now with standing in full screen? Oh yeah, sure. I get asked that a lot. What the hell? Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. Bon and Meliodas. I have another one that's Bon and Elaine that's one of my all-time favorite shirts. Uh Dragon says, I named my daughter Kennedy so that when I talk about how her brains were shot out of her head, people would think I paid close attention in history. Wow. Jesus Christ. Oh. I got to keep that one, Ron Games. Abortion isn't murder. It's just canceling your pre-order. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. Noah Zilla's channel says, what do a pizza boy and the gynecologist have in common? They can both smell it but can't eat it. Oh, that's pretty good. Escanor says, with this shirt on, that's appropriate too. Escanor says, Escanor Sin of Pride is the whole name. Mother, sweetie, make a Christmas wish. Girl, I wish that Santa will send some codes to those naked girls in Papa's computer. Don't wish that on my computer. Don't be sending no codes to them. They're naked for a reason. Triangle says, how do you embarrass an archaeologist? Give him a used tampon and ask him which period it came from. That's pretty good, Isaac. I like that. I asked the doctor during my prostate exam where I should put my pants. Next to mine was not the answer I was expecting. I got to keep that one. Oh, it's fun being back to this. The way I look at it, as far as YouTube, it says joke stream on the title. It says not for the easily offended. It tells you we're going to be telling offensive jokes. It's not monetized. If YouTube still wants to have an issue with that, then fuck them. Dragon says, when a man kills a kid, it's murder. When a woman kills a kid, it's reproductive rights. Potato. That's pretty good, Billy. Why do Chinese girls have small boobs? Because only A's are acceptable. I don't know. That one, I'm not even sure why that made me laugh as hard as it did, Leslie. Fuck it. Suicide is wrong, but if you jump off a bridge and yell parkour, it's a failed stunt. Oh, Krusty. Who is the famous writer that died in World War II? I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. That's good, Triangle. Why did the squirrel swim on its back? To keep its nuts dry. Another well played one. Crystal Pepsi says, remember when you were a kid around the holidays and you'd sit in an old guy's lap and he'd take you out back and show you his North Pole? Turns out that wasn't Santa and my bum is still sore. Memories. Misa, stop making 9/11 jokes. My father died in a plane crash. Best pilot in Saudi Arabia. Ben Thomas, what is the difference between Tiger Woods and Santa Claus? Santa stops after 3 hoes. Arson says, Jesus can walk on water. Babies are 70% water. I can walk on babies. I am Jesus. That's pretty good. Skylar, hi Curtis, been around for a while. Love your vids. Well, thanks, Skylar. I appreciate that. Nice of you to say. Oh, I like this one, Philip. I'm going to keep that one. My grandfather was treated very poorly by the Nazis during World War II. Time and time again, those bastards screwed him out of a promotion. Well, I think if you believe, I mean, if you're on Twitter and you believe the Twitterverse, all old white guys are Nazis nowadays, currently automatically, so that would fit for me. Ron Game says, why don't churches have Wi-Fi? They can't compare with an invisible force that actually exists. Yikes. That's good too. Noah and Zilla's channel says, what was Kurt Cobain's last hit? Probably heroin. We're doing good, Mulata. From Brazil. I'll bet you're having much nicer weather than I am. I'm just from what I know of the climate of Brazil. Leslie says, I hate going to weddings because the old lady next to you always whispers in your ear, you're next. So I started doing the same to them at funerals. You're next. That's pretty good, Isaac. Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. I've heard that one, Arson, not in a long time. That's a good one. What's the difference between a mosquito and a blonde? A mosquito stops sucking when you slap it. This is another joke / pun. Philip says, honestly, no one should have been surprised by the rise of the Soviet Union after World War II. There were red flags everywhere. Krusty Bomb, that's a good one. What would the French say if they had Twitter during World War II? Retweet! Retweet! Triangle says, a naked man broke into a church. The police chased him around and finally caught him by the organ. Oh, well played. All right, guys, I've got some stuff I got to take care of this afternoon. I only had about an hour for this. Thank you guys for this. Has been a blast. As soon as I can, I'll start posting those videos I'm talking about. We'll see how it goes of just randomly telling these jokes and or bad puns to people and posting the reactions. These were fun. Now, today is a joke stream day. We're not distributing sticky stuff because tomorrow is Free for All Friday. And the Free for All Friday sticky stuff for tomorrow is going to be exquisite. But I do want to thank you guys for all the great jokes. This was really good. I was really impressed too. We got a lot of high quality historical inspired jokes as well, which is no easy task. That's pretty good, and a lot of them were really good. But thank you for these, and you guys will, again, if that whole idea works well, you guys will be hearing these jokes again. Probably I'll be getting my ass kicked for telling them too, so there's that as an extra bonus. But thank you guys very much for hanging out with me in the stream. If I can get my stuff done, I was thinking of streaming some Minecraft later. I'm really addicted. So for those of you who are into the Minecraft streams, it may come up later. It may come up later, so I keep telling her. But I'm not sure. It'll depend on how quick I get all my other stuff done. Thank you again, guys. I really appreciate this. This was a lot of great laughs. And I am leaving this to go up on the channel unless Susan decides to block it, which with us could happen. Oh, shit. I was just about to say goodbye. Dragon says, why can't you trick an aborted baby? Because it wasn't born yesterday. All right, that is actually about as perfect a way as we could leave this stream on today. I'll talk to you guys later. Wasn't